Test. So when WWE bought out ECW in 2003, backyard wrestling was, for me, that void filler as a fan of that batshit, unpredictable, bloody shoot type of pro wrestling. I can honestly remember like it was yesterday going to Karma Records and buying the Jackass Volume 1 DVD, the Jackass Volume 2, the latest Infamous Mob album, and a Backyard Wrestling DVD. And I watched them tapes ad nauseum on my DVD player, aka my PS2. Laughing my ass off, reciting Godfather Part 3 verses word from word, and seeing some of the illest matches in my early 20s. My early 20s should be studied. That was a great time. So when I heard that Backyard Wrestling Don't Try This at Home was going to drop for the original Xbox, I had to cop it. WWE was doing its thing, but unlike the gems that was dropping on the PS2, the Xbox Raw franchise, those games was kind of lackluster. Whiskey, what is wrong with you? We needed something to scratch that pro wrestling itch on the Xbox. And at the time, I thought that this might have been it. What is good, YouTube? This is OWS The King for OWS The King Gaming, your hub for casual gaming. And today we are talking about Backyard Wrestling Don't Try This at Home for the original Xbox. And yes, also for the PS2. And yes, even when I was younger, I owned both consoles. I didn't care about no console wars. Nobody cared about bullshit like that back in my day. You Gen Z and A motherfuckers arguing back and forth about the PS5 and the Xbox Series X of all things. You niggas goofy as hell, but I digress. So in the foreseeable future, I will be making thoughts and impressions of games I'm playing in my backlog. So if you want more quick 7 to 10 minute videos like this, hit that like button, comment, let your Uncle OWS know what are you all playing from your backlog, and sub if you want. I appreciate that, for real. So right off the bat, what drew me into the game was the ability to use my own music playlist while playing. I absolutely love that part of Xbox. Let you burn your CDs to the consoles so you can instantly game to the sounds of Goody Mob and the HNIC album and Coogee Rap. Little things like that can make you overlook some of the game's shortcomings. And this game has shortcomings out the yang. Let's talk about the main menu first. You nerds would never let a game get away with that in 2026. If the amount of backlash an Android Asian chick got for swinging around a sword and Stellar Blade, this game would get ethered by you lames if it dropped today. So if you don't have your own music to jam to while you're playing, they'll give you a huge selection of tracks here. Not everything clicks with me personally, but it all fits the vibe of this game. I grew up around skaters and hippies in high school, so I'm very familiar with older Insane Clown Posse tracks, the Great Malenko and the Ringmaster. Those tracks are all over this game. The matches pan out like who knocks out who first type of format. When you drain your opponent life bar, you win. Easy enough. You don't have to worry about pinning. Just do whatever you can to drop that bar down. And you get a few characters to start, but you can unlock more doing the campaign mode. We'll talk about that more in a minute. I think you can unlock Cactus Jack. Don't quote me on that. I may be talking out my own ass here. I know Sabu is in the game, but I thought Cactus Jack was playable on either this one or the sequel, which we will talk about the sequel on a later date. I know M-Dog20, I know Josh Prohibition and Rude Boy. Those dudes were legit, but not familiar with the rest. But everybody got their own grapples and super moves. Backyard has a creator wrestler while it's not anything crazy, I can respect that it gets you in and out pretty fast. You pick a fight style, pick 4 throws, pick 4 slams, and you good. But the star of the game is the environments. That's where you're going to have the most fun. Everything is interactive. You will spend most of the match throwing your opponents through all types of shit. Picture a slaughterhouse and you throwing motherfuckers into lockers, glass windows, hanging meat. All the while it's a supervisor looking at y'all goof asses fighting. You bust his window open and he gets on the megaphone and start telling y'all to get back to work. You get close to him and then he'll hit you with that bitch. Or the gentleman's club where you got a chick working on a pole and you get close and she drop kicks your ass. You can pick up sofas, bar stools, pool sticks. You can throw their ass in a glass wall of fish. It really feels like some devs from the Def Jam Vendetta game worked on this, or at least inspired into that gameplay. So it definitely fits that arcadey type of vibe and not so much of a sim type wrestling game. You got women wrestlers on here fucking dudes up, vice versa. Something that WWE 2K just brought back after like how long? You run up to the water tower and this chick follows your ass up there and F5 you through a table. That tell me is that's not fun, huh? Environments catching on fire is just wild. But the fun alone is to play each stage and see how you can interact with just the multiple things that's in the stage. Then you got a talk show mode, is like a single player campaign where you got this Jerry Springer type of motherfucker asking NPCs on the game per questions that involve some of the fights that you're in. And then you can reenact them. Like the first guy, he talks about getting his head shoved into like a barbecue grill. And once you get to the match, you can actually do that. You can throw your opponent into the guy that's grilling and then you can see what happens. So yeah, that shit has charm, man, if nothing else. A good game without solid mechanics can really ruin the whole experience. And like I said, I'm just speaking for myself. The gameplay is legit broken, okay? The hitboxes is terrible. Your life bar is unbalanced. This game is cheap as hell so far as the difficulty spikes. And it really doesn't matter what level you on, normal, easy, hard. The difficulty is abysmal. You can get slammed about 4 times and you're out. Look, you won't even win a game if you don't learn how to reverse. And your opponents, the AI will not let up. They jumping on you off the ripper. You can't even get your shit together to grab a baseball bat because they up your ass 24/7. It's almost like you got to get them before they get you. Like I said, they never let up. The AI reverse damn near everything. I'm like, damn, can I at least pinch the bitch? Let me get my shit in. But when stuff flows your way, that's when the game is fun. It's very fun to play. As much as I was getting my ass kicked in the backyard wrestling, I was laughing. Climbing on the roof and landing the swanton never gets old. Climbing on the stripper pole to the second floor just to get kicked in the face and dropped on your head. That shit is funny as hell. As jank as this game is, it's still worth playing in 2026. It's definitely no fight for NY, not even close. Or Here Comes the Pain, but it's solid. And the sequel isn't bad either. So yes, I recommend checking out Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home. There's some good nostalgia here, despite the rough gameplay. And yeah, this was another Xbox Talk. I am OWS The King for OWS The King Gaming, your hub for casual gaming. Like, comment, and all that good stuff. Be on the lookout for more of these. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Be safe out there. Peace.